What is up, woke family? It's your boy Woke Ebuks, and I'm back again with another video. Andrew Tate and Chian Reynolds do not get along. Let's see why. Masculinity versus femininity. Let's get it.
A job right out of school, you know, making like $3,000 a month, something very.
If you know what you have, you don't have much. And once you reach a certain level of money, you don't even know what you have. And you certainly don't own what you have. Outside entities, which you may have a stake in, own what you have. People who have a lot of money understand. It's very difficult for me to even say how much money I have, but I can have anything I want, anytime I want.
Hi, I'm Chian Reynolds, and I'm still on the lookout. I've had some good dates.
I'm liking my views, like, you know what I'm saying? It's all good right now.
Charmer, ain't ya? And I've had some bad dates. How do you think you've done on the date?
I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna lie, bruv.
Where are all the decent men? Not in my DMs, that's for sure.
You get me? I feel like I'm rolling with the man there.
Let's just say, for example, there are decent men in your DMs. How are we sure that it's not because of the way you're portraying yourself? That's what's chasing them away. Because are we even sure that you know what you want? You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Yeah, what's going on? About your fives.
It seems like a lot of men don't know how to treat a lady.
I'll just manhandle everything.
This girl's putting a chest and she hasn't in that, like, jeez.
Will I have better luck this season? What would you do if my ex was after you?
He can have you.
Let's find out. This is grilling.
I'm Andrew Tate III. I'm here because I was invited. Is that a good answer?
That's fine.
Yeah, I was invited, so I thought I'd come along. Why not?
This is my thing. I'm a fan of Andrew Tate, right? I view him as a masculine man, just like myself, right? Red Pill brothers who understand the game. But this is my thing. Just because you were invited doesn't mean you have to go. They're inviting you for you to try to prove yourself to this woman. Why are you trying to prove yourself to her? You feel what I'm saying? And even they're going to be like, how is he proving himself? Or, yeah, how is he proving himself if he was invited? Like, this is my thing. I'm going to just be honest. I'm not going somewhere where I'm not at least doing, like, constant research to figure out what you're about and why you're calling me to your podcast or your episode, because that's exactly how people get set up. So you feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that anything is going to happen to him per se, but it's like people can literally set you up in positions to make you look bad just for clout, you know? So you got to be very, very careful. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, respect to you, my brother, Mr. T. Let's get it.
There's already love in the universe. I've already found love. I found love with reality, my friend. I'm already in love. I'm in love with waking up every day. You know, there's people who are trying to stop me breathing and they've yet to succeed. I'm already in love. Life's great. I used to think that it was the man, and I was actually accurate, thinking that it was the man who was selling himself to the woman. But once you reach a certain level of achievement as a man, it's the woman who's trying to sell herself to you. I've handled a bunch of difficult situations in my life. I'm not intimidated. Let's leave it at that. We'll see how it goes. I would say I'm pretty confident, yeah, overall. Yeah, I think confidence is born from adversity, right? Everything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Can Chian ask you whatever she likes?
Anything she likes, find the most difficult question on the planet, tell her to throw her question card away, write a new one. I'm ready. Better be good. I better struggle, which is obviously impossible. So she should at least try to make me struggle. I spent my life fighting in the cage. I'm not scared of her. I think relationships are a beautiful thing. I think that the synergy between men and women are a beautiful thing if they are correctly collaborated. I think that that's what makes society function. I think that's what makes the world function. I think that men and women falling in love and having children and having families are very, very beautiful things, as long as it's done correctly, as long as the woman obeys like she's supposed to. And I think the world can be a beautiful place as long as gender roles are not misconstrued and misunderstood.
You know what's unfortunate about what Andrew's saying, and I agree with him 100% because I'm a traditional man just like himself. But knowing this girl, she's not going for none of that, bro, because she wants you to be a simp. She wants you to simp for her. And even if you do simp for her, she's still not going to respect you. Well, let's just pay attention.
Good. So if Sean doesn't understand that, I'll correct her quickly and we'll fix the world and we can move on. Very nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
You look really nice.
Thank you. Let's do two kisses. 1, 2.
Oh, very nice to meet you. What's
Very
your
nice to
name?
meet you. Andrew Tate. What's your name?
Andrew. Nice to meet you. Chian. Or Chian Reynolds, if you're doing this whole thing.
Chian Reynolds. We're gonna do official.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
Cheers. I think she's an attractive woman. She's good looking. Friendly demeanor.
So far.
I can tell she thinks she knows things, so I look forward to correcting her. But that's usually how life works.
Finally,
man.
a man that makes an effort. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah? Okay, where are you from?
I'm American, but I lived in England for a long time. I lived in a very prestigious part of the UK. I don't know if you've ever heard of Luton.
Very
Prestigious.
yeah.
Yeah, #1.
Luton. Okay. Was not expecting that.
So I was in Luton for a while, and now I live in Europe, so I've just come in. Yeah.
Okay, because your accent, it's like really different, isn't it?
It's pretty mixed up. I'm like a street dog, my dear. I've been here, I've been there. Half American, half English, half Luton, half everything else.
A bit of a mix.
Bit of a mix.
That's cool. So how did you get here today?
I flew in this morning.
Flew in. It's different. Something different.
Yeah. Jump on the jet.
You flew in on a jet. Who is this guy?
What about you? You have a mix, no?
Yeah, my family, we're Caribbean and English.
So the Caribbean side's the crazy side? Or the,
Nice.
or the English side's the crazy side?
I'd say the Caribbean's the fun side. You know, a bit of
side?
spice.
So you're fun and crazy?
Not crazy.
I mean, it's the beginning of the day, you can't lie.
Do I look like I'd lie to you?
Yes.
Definitely.
I'm not a liar, actually.
You're not a liar. Everything you tell me for the rest of this episode is going to be a complete truth.
Yeah.
Promise me.
I can already tell. Based off of her energy already, it's like she said, like, this is the thing you have to understand about women, guys, woke family. They will always try to make themselves seem like they are so holy and that they cannot make any mistakes. You're human beings just like we as men are human beings. Anybody is capable of making a mistake. So for you to just cap out is kind of crazy already. Like for me, that would have been my first red flag. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like I see past that, and I know Andrew sees past that, but he's just playing the game. But all right, let's continue.
Say I promise.
I promise. No, I really promise.
We'll see.
All honest thoughts and opinions.
We'll see. All right, we'll see.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Let me think of a lie. Give me a second.
No, you can't lie.
You have to tell the truth. I don't have to tell the truth.
Why?
We already agreed you're telling the truth. There's only one of us can tell the truth. One of us can lie.
That's not good stuff.
I'm a shoe salesman. I sell shoes, socks, shoe accessories, polish, etc., etc.
Yeah?
Yeah, I sell shoes. Yeah.
You good at it?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Surviving. Sold 2 pairs of shoes yesterday. Life's good.
Okay, that's good. He's a liar. So tell me a bit about you, Andrew.
I'm not comfortable opening up too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you might work for John Law and the government.
No.
I have to be careful what I say.
Oh, so it's not commitment issues.
It's not commitment issues. It's
You
more
sure?
just like legality issues.
Oh, okay.
I like to go to church. I'm a man of God. Play Scrabble.
Do you have faith?
Okay, this is good. This is an interesting conversation that we can have on camera, which is.
I'd say my personal journey with God is between me and God. So I'm not one of those people that is like, yes, I go to church or yes, I do this.
Don't you think that's a bit like lazy Christianity?
No, not really, because for me, I believe in love and I believe in faith, and I don't think it's just one religion that you need to follow. You know, I've got friends that are Muslim.
I agree.
I've got friends that are Christian. You know, I've got friends that are spiritual, so I don't put myself in one category.
I understand and I respect that completely, but don't you think out of respect for God himself, whether you're in Dubai and you go to the mosque or you're in England, you go to the church, you should get up early on a Sunday, despite all the booze, and get up and take an hour out of your life and just show some respect? Don't you agree?
because everyone's journey with God is personal.
You can be a lazy spiritualist, a lazy Christian, you can be a lazy kickboxer, right? I'm a kickboxer, but I don't train. Okay, bro.
Riverside. Guys, if you're still recording your podcast on Zoom, do yourself and your listeners a favor and start using Riverside. You get an unbelievably high quality recording, separate tracks for video and audio, and...
I understand. You're lazy. It's okay.
I'm not lazy. Do you have time for God?
Absolutely.
That's good. Do you get up early on a Sunday?
Completely.
That's good.
Every single Sunday. Of course.
That's amazing.
And I think that being religious is a beautiful thing, and I think that a lot of people try and say they're spiritual or they're religious in a way, copping out on the 1 hour a week. It just feels a bit lazy to me. I think you can always find an hour a week.
Yeah. No, you definitely could.
So maybe God sent me here to make you go to church.
Maybe you're here to enlighten me.
Maybe that's what.
You know what I like about Andrew? Andrew is the type of person that holds people accountable, and whatever he holds people accountable to, he does it himself, just like myself. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate people like that, 100%. I feel like it's gonna get to a point where she's not gonna be able to take the pressure because he's gonna keep coming. That's what we as masculine men do. We keep coming. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of man are you?
What's the spectrum? I need you to quantify it for me. Who's at the bottom and who's at the top?
For me, I'd just say top like a high value man.
What would you say constitutes a high value man?
A high value man is someone that is successful financially.
Okay.
I'd say it's someone that's got a lot of integrity and good morals, that is very well respected, is very sure of himself, but also is a very family orientated man. That's for me, a high value man.
Okay, it's fine. I'm a high value man.
He's very sure of himself. Yeah, so what's a high value man for you?
Pretty much basically what you said. I think a high value man is a capable man. I think capability can be judged in many different ways, and capability is something which varies depending on the situation. You need a man who is capable of doing lots of different things that he doesn't do very often. You need a man who's capable of being violent when the time appears. Of course, you need a man who's capable of making money. You need a man who can kill somebody and hold a baby in the same day. You need a man with a very broad spectrum of qualities and assets and capabilities. And this is actually what the most difficult thing about being a man is. Most people, when I say most people, let me change that. Most females don't respect how difficult it is to become a high-value man.
Facts.
To become a high-value man, you need to have so many different qualities and so many different capabilities. It's a very difficult thing to do. You need to be funny and smart and charismatic and interesting with stories and strong and rich with a nice car and a nice apartment. Whereas to be a high-value female, you need to be hot. If you're nice, it's a bonus, but it's not even that necessary.
That's it.
If you're a pretty female, even if you're a piece of shit person, you're gonna get messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a good-looking man who lives with his mother, you ain't getting any messages.
That's a fact.
I
It
think
is.
so.
You're not a man. You're not a man to know.
That's all you have going for you. I don't think you're gonna succeed.
You can't say not really. You're not in a man's body to know what a man goes through. Have you ever dated a man or have you ever dated a woman as a man? Come on. He's telling you and you're trying to argue. So you're already like, you feel what I'm saying? You're already starting off bad. You're already starting off bad. Like this is looking bad for you. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Very well in life. I know there's very, very pretty girls who have nothing else going for them that manage to do very, very well.
Yeah.
Do you play chess?
I'm okay at it.
But if you look at the chessboard, right, the queen gets to jump all over the board, and the king has to move one square at a time, and I think that's done very purposefully. If you go to Monaco and you see a yacht and you see a man on that yacht, he had to work his entire life and network his entire life and get up early and deal with stress and tax problems and police problems and work his ass off to buy that boat. What did the girl have to do? The girl who's on that boat, the 19-year-old Ukrainian. She had to get a message on Instagram, boom. So the man moves one square at a time and the queen just jumps on board. This is the point. Female beauty is extremely valuable.
The thing is, there's a difference between a high-value man and a high-value woman. For me, a high-value woman is what kind of mother is she? What kind of like compassion has she got? You know, has she got integrity? Has she got morals? Is she loyal? Like all these other qualities. But I feel like men base it on like just an aesthetic level.
I agree with you. If I meet a female, I would like her to be all those things, especially loyal. It's the most important thing for a female to be.
Are you loyal?
Mr. Loyal, man of God, we already talked about church. But the point is that to initially attract a mate, females, the most important thing for them is their looks, whereas a man, I think, is his status, and status is a far more varied spectrum than looks alone. Being good-looking alone does not make you a high-status male. To be a high-status male, you need to have a bunch of things. Initially, if you're just pretty, you're gonna get attention. Whereas a man, you need to have a bunch of things to just get attention. Do you understand? Do you agree with my point?
Not always. Listen, there's men that are funny, that aren't that attractive, that can get attention. It's like an energy thing.
I disagree.
That's the problem, right? And I'm seeing it from the male lens. But that's the problem with not only Chian, right? Or Chan, I don't know how to say her name. A man is giving you a perspective on what it takes for you to get attention as a man. You're listening just to respond. You're not listening to add value. You're not listening to understand. How can you as a woman try to tell us what a man has to go through? Now, some women are going to try to come out and talk about how can you as a man talk about what we as women go through because we study y'all. It's like y'all don't take the effort to study us as men. That's why a lot of women have broken relationships with men. Y'all are 30 years old, 40 years old, still on dating apps looking for love because y'all don't study men, but we have to study you to be able to understand you, to be able to even have a chance to deal with you. So you have people like Andrew Tate, who are telling you what the reality is for men, and you're trying to disagree because you feel some type of way. Stop it. Stop it. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue, man.
Disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree. I know what you're saying. They can get attention, but I don't think anyone would look at a funny guy who lives with his mom and call him a high-value male. Whereas if you get a really, really beautiful girl, even if she has nothing else going for her, she'd be considered high value.
I wouldn't say high value, no.
Yeah, we can disagree. That's fine.
Are you a good partner?
The best.
The best. What makes you the best?
Besides you and the police, I don't often answer questions.
Okay. He's definitely had a police interview in the past.
I don't like to answer open-ended questions because I feel like they're a trap.
Why?
Because when you speak a lot, it's how you end up getting trapped, right? It doesn't matter if it's a police interview or anything else. The more you talk, the worse. So I want you to be very, very specific with your parameters within the questioning because that allows me to answer them in a way which makes me look the best.
I don't know, I feel like a very confident man that was very sure of himself would just answer.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
If
He's trying to shame now.
Just being calculated.
Okay, a very innocent man, would he just answer the...
See, now, and this is another female tactic you ought to pay attention to. She's trying to shame him because he's not answering it the way she wants. You feel what I'm saying? He's just giving her a pointer, but she's trying to shame. That's crazy. Let's continue.
Police?
Yeah.
I got a job right out of school, making like $3,000 a month, something barely enough to pay my student.
If he's innocent.
Then you've never dealt with the police, my dear. That's not how it works.
No?
No, of course not.
But he's innocent.
Doesn't mean anything. Innocent and guilty in and of itself is a false paradigm. You have to understand that the world we live in, there is no black and white. There's no such thing. It's all a sliding scale. If they want to find you guilty, they'll find you guilty. I guarantee you sold something to a mate on eBay 7 years ago and didn't pay tax. Boom, you're going to jail. I'm enjoying this conversation, and I understand every point she's making, and I'm being deliberately abrasive. However, the truth is about the masculine feminine dynamic is that females like men who are completely in charge and run their life exactly how they want, and they comply and bend to the man's wills and lifestyle. To come along to a woman and say, how do you want me to be so that you like me is a death sentence for the relationship. So that's how it works.
What kind of man do you want to be?
I want to be a man who lives true to himself and a man who goes to sleep easy at night and a man who knows that he's living true to his biological necessities and instincts and tries his best not to hurt anybody and leaves a positive impact on the world.
Are your actions congruent with your words? Yeah?
What else would they be?
I don't know. I don't know you, so that's why
You
I'm
don't
trying to get to know you.
Yeah, we're here to know each other. Of course they are. Yeah, I'm a positive man. I'm a positively inspirational and motivating person.
Okay, what do you do that's motivating?
I inspire people to tell the truth, I think.
Okay.
And I think a lot of men live in a world now today where they have to lie.
Do you think?
In fact, I would basically guarantee that 99% of men are lying at least 80% of the time.
Really? That's a bit bold.
I think it's true because I think that...
So men are liars?
Men are liars. Women are correct. Men are liars. Women wear makeup because men fall in love with what they see. And men lie because women fall in love with what they hear. Men are liars because men are in constant competition with other men. And they have to find a way to be competitive, and the easiest way to be competitive is to lie. To lie. If you can sit there and convince a woman that you're rich because you bought her a $100 or £100 meal, that's what you're gonna do. It's a lot easier than becoming rich. And women believe it. And as long as women are stupid enough to believe it, men are dishonest enough to lie.
For me personally, I'm the type of woman that it's actions rather than words. I don't get fazed by...
Actions can be a lie. You think flowers can't be a lie? You think flowers, 25 pounds on a phone call to some dickhead delivery dude can't be a lie?
No, but there's some good men that it wouldn't even enter the head that that's a lie. So I feel like everything you're doing is just very calculated.
Life is calculated. All
It's
men
not.
lie.
It's really not.
Men lie
Like,
because, life at the upper echelons, at the highest echelons of life is absolutely and utterly calculated. Every single man at the top echelon of life is a calculated man. You don't get there by accident.
Okay, so do you want to get to the top?
I'm already at the top echelon of man. And when you're at the top echelon of man, it's a very, very calculated process. You don't get there by accident. Nothing good in life happens on accident. When you say men don't lie because you believe in actions, I'm saying a lot of actions are lies.
Am I high-value woman in your eyes?
You're very good looking. So I would say, yeah, absolutely. You're beautiful. You seem like you're a good person. You seem intelligent. You're not stupid. So I'd say you're a high-value woman. But your actions dictate that, right? The most important actions a woman can undertake is loyalty. Every man out here.
Pay attention to the dynamics. Pay attention to the dynamics. She's questioning herself because she knows that Andrew Tate is a high-value man. So she asked him, do you think in your eyes that I am a high-value woman? If she were sure about herself, she wouldn't ask that question. And it's not about pride, but like we all know as masculine men, when you're in the presence of a woman and she sees you as that dude, she's going to start to bend to you. And that's the way it should be. You feel what I'm saying? It should be like that because if she respects you and she sees you as that dude, she's willing to drop everything in her schedule. She's willing to do everything for you. For what I'm saying, let's get it.
Here knows that disloyalty is the most disgusting thing a female could ever do to her man.
But are you loyal?
Let's not pretend that male loyalty and female loyalty are the same thing.
They're not.
To use loyalty.
No, but they're not the same thing, are they?
Why is it not?
Because men and women are not the same.
We are not
Exactly.
the same. You are correct there.
Okay, so we agree.
No, but I'm not agreeing to people being dishonest, cheaters, liars. He's deluded.
Why do you think men and women are different?
We carry children.
Correct.
You know, we nurture. We're, you know, compassionate, emotional beings.
Yep.
Men are very different.
I agree.
However, I don't think it's very fair for men to sit with the opinion that it's acceptable for men to cheat.
I didn't even say that, but I think if we, as intelligent, logical beings, as you are and as I am, if we agree that men and women are not the same, then our paradigms on how we enact in certain regards cannot be seen as the same.
So, so if I'm with you
Correct.
and I then cheat,
That's disgusting. I can't believe you even said that on YouTube. You see, you just said that on YouTube. I'm sorry to the world. Please don't listen to this.
No, but it happens.
No, it
No, but it
doesn't
does.
happen.
People
No. Please don't say this on YouTube. You're going to corrupt the youth. I'm sorry for her. I'll pray for her.
I like this guy.
women can't do that, so it's a double standard.
It's a double standard. But life is full of double standards.
Yeah, but it
Facts.
doesn't mean any, like, listen, regardless with your philosophies and everything that you keep.
It's not my philosophies.
No, but I'm saying, okay, life is full of double standards. I understand that. But in a relationship, it's a partnership.
Yes.
Right. You and me, we're together.
Since when?
You know what I'm saying. When you're trying to build a partnership and a life with someone, the end goal is you two together.
Agreed.
So why cheat?
I know, I understand where you're coming from. My point is that relationships and life is full of double standards as a whole. A man's gonna pay for everything everywhere you go, right? This is his duty as a man. Do you agree?
No, I do like traditional.
Okay, so you agree. So you're traditional, right? So if you want to talk about traditional, let's talk about tradition. Every single man since the dawn of human time had more than one woman. Every single
That's a
king,
fact.
every single emperor, every single sultan, every single conqueror since the dawn
So why
of
should it be
human time
different
had
now?
more than one woman.
Facts.
Every single one. Read a history book. Read the Bible. It's all in there. The Quran, all of it. You want to talk about tradition, it's all there. The only reason your mind is different, the only reason you believe differently is because of society. Society's come along and told you something.
Yeah, but society, we can change. Like, the world evolves, things change.
The world evolves, yeah, that's right. Now men cut their dicks off and their chicks. You believe in this shit? You got the vaccine? You believe in any of this crap? It's all a lie.
I feel like life's about choices.
Life is about choices, correct. My point is this. If I had a woman, I would decide not to cheat because I decide. However, I would not see my infidelity as nearly anywhere near even 1% as disgusting as female infidelity, because female
I agree.
infidelity involves emotion. You will not sleep with a man you don't like. I can sleep with a woman I don't like. It's a completely different thing. I can be head over heels in love with a woman, ready to die for her, ready to take a bullet for her, protect her, give her all the money in the world, make sure she has a beautiful family, a nice big house, all of it. And I'll still fuck that bitch. Watch me. A woman won't do that. So don't lie to me and pretend. No, you won't. Any woman who will sit here and say, I can fuck dudes and not care about them is fundamentally broken. Her soul is broken.
Okay, well, she's broken then, but she's still doing it.
Well, if she's broken, she ain't anywhere near me. I don't want no broken bitch near me.
I'm definitely sure women would cheat on you.
You think so? Well, those are the kind of women I will not associate with. Females shouldn't even want to cheat. And the reason why they can't cheat is because there's no way to ensure paternity if a female's cheating. Modern
100%.
science in and of itself, just because you can now find out who the dad is, doesn't undo 5,000 years of human evolution in which a female had.
My brother is speaking pure facts. She's trying to promote female infidelity because she wants to be seen equal as a man. Man and woman are not the same, right? We don't speak about it a lot on this channel, but we're not. And that's just the truth. We live two different realities. God created men to be stronger to an extent than women and to be protectors. And like he said, you look in the Quran, you look in the Bible, men have married multiple women since. But now in the society in which we live in, where things are becoming a lot more demonic, men are being told that you should only deal with one woman, right? Have only one wife. Now, for those men that choose to be monogamous, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you're one of those men that also wants to marry multiple women, do so, but make sure you let the original woman know that I want to marry multiple women. You got to be honest about your intentions, and then from there, everything else is going to work itself out. But let's continue.
Had to be loyal to one man, so we knew exactly who the father was. If a man has multiple partners, you know who the mother is, you know who the father is. If a woman has multiple partners,
You
nobody
don't
knows
know.
who the dad is, nobody wants to look after the kid, and a woman with a child without a father or without a man around in the ancient world was toast.
He talks a lot of nothing.
If you record podcasts and videos remotely with Riverside, your content will look and sound so good no one will know you recorded in your mom's basement. From your laptop, on a web browser, Riverside automatically records audio and video locally on you and your guest computers. It simultaneously uploads it to the cloud. So you get crystal clear files that
I would never ever be with a girl who cheats on me, and I would never
But
ever.
you can't.
Yes, I
pretend that a
can.
woman's
Yes,
gonna
I
cheat.
can. Yes, I
No,
can.
you can't.
Of course I can.
No, you can't. Like, because the thing is, with like, this is just an assumption. I'm assuming, you have a nice
This is
life.
haram.
No,
It's
but I'm
haram.
saying you have a nice life, you live a good lifestyle. Women will just see you as an opportunity.
If I was
Do you
a
understand?
dumbass, yeah, correct.
Yeah, but this one said, but your attitude is what keeps a woman also. Like, do you think a high-value woman is going to sit there and tolerate a man condescending and talking to her and being like, we're different and we're this, we're that, because we're not? A woman that knows her worth is not going to tolerate that.
As professionals, we discussed the infidelity of females, and I said that female infidelity is more disgusting than male infidelity. And I think that the world agrees with me. History agrees with me. The Bible agrees with me. The Quran agrees with me. Every single book you can read from history says that females who are promiscuous should either be stoned to death or at least cast out from society. Female promiscuity is a brand new concept. This is brand new amongst society. The idea that women can sleep with a bunch of dudes and it doesn't matter is a brand new idea. 30, 40 years old, maybe. Even today, nobody respects it, deep down. When a girl shoots a girl she doesn't like, the first thing she does, she says she's a. You know why? Because
That's
they know
true.
deep down that female promiscuity is disgusting, it's revolting. So the whole idea of a female wanting to sleep with more than one man at a time is haram. And they know it inside of their souls, inside of their hearts.
I don't think so.
As yes, they do, as does a man. Whereas a man, if he sleeps with a bunch of chicks, doesn't matter, who cares?
So would you be with me if I'd slept with over 50 men?
No. Nope.
I'm a high-value woman, right?
No, you're not. Not if you have over 50
Who
bodies.
would be high value? If 50 men have something to do.
Exactly.
I've been single for a long time.
No, unacceptable.
Why is it unacceptable?
A body count is probably the #1 most easiest way to judge the value of a female.
Facts.
I actually think that no. I'm going to say this. I think 99% of the world's problems, and no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large, I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead. Because it would prevent all of the disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what? There's like a lot
And
of-
women would be like, to be with me as a man, I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You have to be a good man. They wouldn't stop fucking these idiots and stop being idiots. And all the idiocy would disappear. All the degeneracy would disappear. Families would return. Virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole life and being proud of it. Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
That
Fair.
attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count. That would not minimize any problems. Men like you are the problem, Andrew. Women, I myself am one of them.
No, he's right. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's speaking facts. You have to understand, a lot of these degenerates, like he's talking about, the thieves, the people that are like being corrupt, they're coming from single family households because a lot of these women are having promiscuous intercourse with a lot of men. He's speaking facts. But the thing is that in the society in which we live in, when you say these things, you're casted out. You're called a misogynist. You're called a sexist. He's speaking facts. We live in a new time, bro. It's just unfortunate, but this is facts.
I'm sick of men that have this really disgusting outlook on women, policing women's bodies. Listen, if I want to sleep with this many people, I can and I will. Yeah.
You can say whatever you want, but this is the reality situation. You sleep with as many people as you can and you will. You're lowering your value. You're not a high value woman if you have to have multiple bodies. I'm just going to be honest with you. Clip this if you want to. You're not a high value woman if you have multiple bodies. If you have multiple bodies, you're a low value woman. Woke Ebuks said that. Let's continue.
But what you're not getting is there's this whole hyper toxic independent movement of women, right? We are doing things because it's kind of, now it's our choice, but it's kind of like by force in the sense of it's like we're so liberated because we're literally exhausted with men on their power trip, on their this. So it's like, oh, if you can do it, we can do it. But this is what I said, but you You men that think the way you think have created that.
I understand your point. However, you're wrong. She thinks I'm arrogant. I'm being arrogant on purpose. I must admit, annoying her is kind of fun. I think that, you know what? I'm being so nice. I'm being so nice to you. I say I think instead of I know.
This is him being nice.
I'm a nobody who created 3 online courses in 2020 that hit 6- and 7-figure run rates just 30 days after launching them.
The answer is I know. I know. Females who sleep with lots of men, first things first, I don't think that women naturally, intrinsically want to do that. I think that's societal programming. Yeah. I think that women...
No, but I agree. This is what I'm saying to you. Like, there's things that you're saying, like, I don't disagree with certain things you're saying, but going back to my point, it's like by force. Like, it's to prove a point. It's like this power struggle. Like, I personally don't want to sit and sleep with loads of men. I don't care. Like,
Good.
I don't
We're getting somewhere. You see, God, Jesus, I'm getting her. Please, little by little, got 2 hours left. Give me some time. I'll fix it.
No, but if I want to, then I'm going to.
Sorry,
but that's what you need to
little by
understand.
little, little by little.
No, but genuinely, but that's what you need to
No,
understand.
you will not. God will frown upon you. You can't do that.
And you.
What do you mean, and me? It doesn't say in the Bible I can't do that. Read the book. I can do whatever I want. I'm a man. Women can't do those things. It's disgusting. I can't believe you're poisoning the youth on YouTube.
Why is he shouting?
The idea that a woman can sleep with as many people as she wants just because she wants to is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Every man knows it and every woman knows it. Women should not do that. And the whole idea and the whole concept that females can adopt the promiscuity of males, because males have always been promiscuous. Right?
But there's actually a lot of men that are like good, loyal men, just so you know.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know very good men.
Would you deem them high-value men?
Oh, absolutely. Successful, everything that I listed earlier, 100%.
And they don't cheat, right?
Yeah. It's possible. No, seriously, this guy is so toxic, and the only kind of people that listen to his kind of his advice are broke men.
Are broke men? Oh man! All right, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna break down womanese. Chian, it's just unfortunate that you're allowing yourself to be affected by your emotions, but this is the type of man that you're attracted to. Understand? I'm gonna break down womanese for you, bro, or for woke family. I'm gonna break down womanese. When a woman says that a man is toxic, that's the type of man she likes, and that's the type of man she knows that can put her in her place. Because he's sure of himself. He's not insecure. He's sure of himself and his abilities. So she knows that he has the ability to be able to put her in her place, and she loves that. But she won't allow herself to allow her ego to rest. It's her pride and her ego. That's what it is, man.
Or heartbroken men that are insecure.
I think that if a man has options over a long enough time frame, he's going to eventually probably explore one of them options. Now, I'm not saying he's going to love another woman. I'm saying that when a man's in love, he only loves one girl. I agree with that. I believe in love. I believe a man cares about a chick. I believe a man should take care of a woman. I believe he should come home to the same place every day. I believe all those things. However, I think if a man truly has options, truly, that both the man and the woman understand that at some point he's going to explore those options.
No, listen, if I'm with you, do you think I'm going to allow you to explore other options? It's either you're with me or you're not. Go be single then.
Cool.
Like what? But realistically, what self-respecting woman is going to sit there and tolerate you?
I don't cheat. I don't cheat. I'm a good man. I don't cheat.
What woman is going to if you have all these other options?
No.
Because I'll tell you what's more powerful, what's more alpha, and what's more attractive, and what's more high value is a man that can respect his woman. Yeah, love her, not cheat on her, not disregard her, not see himself above her, not see him as, she's his slave or anything like that. See her as an equal, treat her with respect, and put on that. That's more powerful, a partnership, two people.
That's the problem. That's the problem, Chian. You think that you and your man are equals. Women and men are not equal. We're not equals. Men are greater. God made it like that. And for those who don't believe in God, if we're going based off of genetics, we're meant to deal with more. Just based off of our physiques, based off of our mentality. We have to. Until we live like I'll say minority of men, but those minority overtake the majority. We have to think we live in a logic-based world. Especially us as men. We live in a logic-based world. We can't afford to live in emotion. That's your playground as a woman. Or as women. For what I'm saying. Let's continue.
People, not I'm a man, I have options, I'm going to explore them. Listen, if you're a cheater, you're a cheater. If you're a loyal person, you're a loyal person. That's it.
First things first, men and women are not equal. We'll talk about that in a second. Secondly, is that if a woman sees Chris Brown in the club, do you think she's like, wow, he'll be loyal? Fuck no, she doesn't care.
She knows that.
Like,
She
at
knows
high
that.
enough status as a man, women don't even care about loyalty. Women don't even care about loyalty at high enough status. I'm not, and I don't cheat. Listen, I'm a man of God. I go to church. I don't cheat. I'm talking about in general.
Okay,
We're talking about
what I'm
society.
trying to explain to you though, because maybe your perception of what a high value woman is warped. Because I'm a high value woman, I make my own money, I possess all the qualities that I listed earlier, right? I believe
Okay,
I'm not
hold
going to be
on.
with a man that's going to.
You said you make a lot of money. That doesn't make you high value. Understand that as a woman, your value comes based off of you being feminine, submissive, you knowing how to cook and you knowing how to clean and being the best wife you can to your husband, having children for him, especially a lot, and then the relationships that you develop and cultivate, aka maintain, with people that you've met and people that you're going to meet. That's where your value comes from, not from your money. So let's stop it, Chian. Let's stop it.
Cheat. I'm not going to look at a man like Chris Brown and be like, oh my God, like he's loyal. You see it as face value. You know he's a cheat, and maybe he'd just be a one-night guy. Just like you men do it to
Would you
women.
sleep with him for
We're
one
just
night?
saying, I don't think I would.
I hope not, because that would not make you a high
No,
value
this is
woman.
what I'm saying, because it's like, when
No, but the fact that you brought up he's a one night dude already tells me that you're not a high value woman, bro. I can't see you as a high value if you're allowing yourself to allow another man to defile your body, especially with everything that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Can't see it.
when you hold yourself in high regard, you don't need to do those things. So the kind of caliber of women that go for men like that and these opportunities don't have that much self-worth, because it's what you're going to go with a man that's only deep, like only values you for one night. So it says a lot about the quality of a woman.
All right, so we agree on something.
But I'm saying, so when you generalize about women, don't do that, because there are many high-value women
who would refuse him,
that will not tolerate that.
Completely. I'm not saying that. My point is, you completely misunderstand me. I'm saying at a certain point, females aren't even interested in loyalty. Do you think all the girls with Dan Bilzerian think he's loyal? I'm not saying every girl will go with him. I'm saying there are certain girls at a certain level of male achievement who are not interested in loyalty.
But is that attractive? Like, for me personally, that's not attractive, to sit there and see a man that thinks it's cool to have loads of women around him, be like, oh my God, they're bitches, this is that, I have all this money. That doesn't impress me. That doesn't impress a lot of women. It's about raising a family. It's about unity and stuff.
I agree.
But everything that you were saying, it's not that.
Talking about all these celebrities X, Y, Z, at high enough value, when they have options, they will explore them. That's what I'm saying. And I'm also saying that if a man did decide to explore his options, it would not be as disgusting as if a female decided to explore options.
Okay, wouldn't it just be disgusting then?
No. It's different if a woman does it. It's different if a woman does it. Everyone watching this knows it's different if a woman cheats. It's different.
Honestly, men with these sexist views, like, it's so outdated. What kind of relationship do you have with your mother?
A good one.
A good one?
Yeah, I take care of her. And also that paradigm, the whole idea that if you find a man who's good with his mom, then he's good with girls, that's bullshit.
No, it was just more because I find that your thoughts towards women are quite disrespectful.
You think so? Why?
This arrogance that you've got.
Don't tell me what, I'd actually like to know what I've said that's so far.
No, I'm just saying it's not, you don't have to say anything. It's like energy speaks volumes, because you're not actually listening to what I'm saying.
I'm listening to everything you're saying. I don't think you're listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying women shouldn't sleep with lots of men, and they should fall in love with one man and stay with that man. And if that man takes care of them and ends up across 20 years sleeping with one chick once, you shouldn't leave him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And the point I'm making is completely valid. And if a woman sleeps with one man once, that's unacceptable. If a man does it, it's acceptable. That's the point I'm making.
Do you just want women to be submissive to you?
I think in a healthy relationship, there's always a leader, whether it's the man or the woman. And I think that in the happiest relationships, the man's in charge. I don't think women should be submissive to an idiot. Yeah. And I don't think women should be submissive to any man they meet. And I don't think women should be submissive when they're not rewarded. Right? If a captain is in charge of a ship, he's responsible for the ship, right? Mm-hmm. If he's responsible for the ship, he has authority over the ship.
Okay, but I'm a woman, I'm not a ship.
A relationship. So. Okay, the ship is a relationship.
I know exactly what this guy's doing. It's just like talking in riddles. Like, none of it actually makes sense if you actually listen to what he's saying.
So I think if a man has responsibility and he takes care of the woman and improves her life and makes sure that every single facet of her life, whether spiritual, physical, financial, etc., is taken care of, then he should have some degree of authority. I don't see why a man would take care of a woman and have no authority over her while accepting all of the responsibility that's getting played. You're an independent woman. Maybe you make your own money, you want to do all those own things. That's fine, fantastic. But if I had a woman, I would say, look, I like that you do your own things. I like that you do your jobs, but let's keep it part-time. I want you to come with me. We got to go here, we got to go there. I'm taking you around the world. You're with me. I'm taking care of you, etc. And I'd expect her to listen to me in return. Why wouldn't she? I'm not going to tell you to do anything wrong or bad, but if I were to say, I don't like that dude, stop talking to him, I'm her man, not that dude. It shouldn't even be a competition. It should be, all right, cool, block, boom. Why wouldn't it be?
But then if I said I didn't like that woman,
I got a job right out of school, making like $3,000 a month, something barely enough to pay my student loan.
I don't know about that.
this is what I'm saying. It's just a double standard, and it's just like a power struggle. Like, it's about balance.
You're saying it's a double standard and that things aren't equal. You know how many double standards women get on a daily basis when it comes to the way that they live their life? Come on, stop it. This is the only double standard that benefits men, and you have a problem with it because you want to eat your cake and have it too. Stop it. Chian, you and all the other women across the world, you gotta stop this. Stop it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Literally. It literally doesn't make any sense, man. Let's continue.
Life.
And this is the thing. Like, I feel a lot of women could give you that life and be like, do you know what? He can have a girlfriend. There's so many people that are into that.
I'm not even saying, no, I'm not a cheater.
But I'm saying there's people that are into that.
Correct. But I'm not a cheater. I don't want anyone to think this is about me. I'm talking about in general.
But do you think women want to sit here and look stupid? Like, I might think, do you know what? Actually, I'm listening to everything you're saying. I'm agreeing and I'm liking it. But then if you've got me out here looking stupid because you might be in clubs with all these women around you, making me look like a idiot.
He's not really making you look like an idiot because he has other women around. As long as you're the main chick and you're being taken care of, that's all you should care about. Now, it's different when you try to flip it when it comes to female infidelity. For example, you know that you have a past and you're trying to make it seem like you're innocent, and then you're going into a club with this dude and all the dudes that you smashed before are literally looking at your man and they're laughing at him because of the way that you behaved in the past. Come on, man. Now you're making him look stupid, and if anything, he's giving you his last name. So you're making him look like a goofy. Why? You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's continue.
Do you think I'm going to tolerate that? No. When you have men like you have explained, it's as if you're trying to prove a point to the world that you're this great man that has all these options and you're so successful.
I agree with you.
It doesn't work like that.
I agree with you. If there was a man, which is not me because I'm a one-woman man, but if there was a man who decided to have multiple girlfriends, his approach certainly wouldn't be sitting down and saying it the way I'm saying it. The point I'm trying to make is I think that the idea of a man having a girlfriend who he loves and maybe sometimes stepping out is not nearly as offensive as the idea of a woman having a man she loves and sometimes stepping out. You know, I watched American Pie the other week, and I thought that would have been the best time to be alive. Like 2003. Like, you can still call the people you care about if it's a real emergency, but no one's glued to their phone.
Yeah.
No one's scrolling social media. No one's trying to take an Instagram picture. Everyone's just at the crappy party, enjoying the crappy party. Like, if you go to Dubai and you look around the bar, half the people aren't having fun. They're just purely trying to get Insta stories to look like they're having fun. So it's pure like, ha, 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 ha. Okay, so I think that a lot of people now are doing things not because they enjoy them, because other people will think they're having fun, and it's more about creating envy as opposed to actually enjoying yourself. Right. If you go on a really fun night out, you don't take your phone out. So when I see someone who went on a night out, 20 stories, dancing and laughing and having a great time.
It's the perception, it's the image.
Not in the moment.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you really have a great night out, you don't take any stories and you forget to check your phone. Social media has completely and utterly changed the world. It's changed the way that we function, it's changed the way that we go out, it's changed even the places we go. Social media now runs the world. We live in an attention society, and people will do anything for attention because attention is a currency, and you can turn attention into money.
He's right.
Paul is not rich because he's a boxer. He's rich because he used the attention he gets and monetized it via boxing. So in the attention economy we now live in, you have to understand that your attention is valuable, especially as a man. And women are out here today trying to extract your attention from you without returning anything. That's what the male-female friendship is. In old days, man would give attention in return for sex. But nowadays, men just give attention and they don't get any sex back. And that's fair. To be very, very careful of. Your attention is extremely valuable. So for all the men out there, if you're following a woman and you have zero chance of fucking her and she ain't replying to your DMs,
stop talking to her. Stop talking to her.
Like, when's the last time you truly, truly lived in the moment?
I personally live in the moment a lot.
No, but that's a good thing, right? That's a beautiful thing.
Now, I want to make one point very, very clear. I'm not encouraging men and women to fornicate. But if you guys are going to decide to be platonic friends, which I completely go against, there has to be some sort of value for the man, just the same way that there's going to be value for the woman, because the woman's value, or the value the woman is getting, is that free attention, is that validation. What are you getting back as a man? You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue.
And that's actually an asset. Right? My brother is very similar to that. But the problem is, if you live very, very much in the moment and you're not on your phone, I feel like, and I can only talk from the masculine perspective, you're not competitive. Because as a man, you need to be doing things, talking to people, making money, moving things, except you got to be on your phone all the time.
Really like how you just delivered what you said, but I just find it crazy how we've just sat and said about people need to live in the moment and that, but then like you've sold courses trying to explain to people how to be like that. It's just aspire for this.
I understand. I understand what you mean, but unfortunately, and it's an unfortunate reality of the world, is that it's player versus player. Like if you go to a video game, if you play Call of Duty, right? There's 20 people in there, and we're all trying to kill each other. And the world is very, very similar financially. I'm not saying we should be out here killing each other, but I'm trying to explain that there's a certain amount of resource and everyone's trying to get it. And I understand your perspective, but your perspective is feminine, as it should be because you're a woman, right? But the masculine imperative and the masculine perspective is you have to understand that life is war. It's a war for the female you want. It's a competition. Every man's trying to get her. It's a war for the car you want. It's a war for the money you want. It's a war for the status. It's a war. Masculine life is war. If you're a man who doesn't view life as war, you're going to lose. So as a man, you have to wake up and think, okay, everything I want, other men want. I have to outcompete every other man to get it. So how am I going to do that? Am I going to do that by living in the moment, ignoring my phone, having a fun picnic?
Do you believe in men's mental health? You are kind of like the problem in society in a sense of fast car, women, lifestyle. No, but it is. This is the problem.
It's not my problem.
I'm not saying it's your problem directly, but I'm saying this is the problem. Yes, all men probably want to aspire for that. But do you see the pressure there is on men?
Completely. It is much harder to be a man than be a woman.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on men's mental health?
I agree. It's much harder to be a man than be a woman, which is basically what you just said. Society's expectations of men is much higher than the societal expectations of females. I agree. Much more is expected of us. I agree. It's a harder game. Just like every other video game on Earth. It's a harder game, but if you complete it, you get a higher score. I think that being a top-tier male is the best human experience that any human can have. I think that being a female would not compare in any way to being a top-level man.
I agree.
No, reason why. There's experiences, right? Like women, we can literally carry lives inside of us.
I agree with you, and I'm actually glad you chose that experience because that's the most important thing a female can do, and I agree with you, and I understand it's a beautiful thing because there's no society and there's no world without life. I agree with you. However, I think that as a man, you can build an empire. There's conquest as a man, and I think as a female, it's not quite the same. And I'm not saying this in any kind of way that disrespects females. I don't want people to look at this and think I'm disrespecting females. I'm not. I'm saying we have different roles. We do different things, and women give life. Women have a very, very important role, probably the most important role in society. Women are beautiful creatures that do something separate that men cannot do. I think a top-tier male is more unique than a beautiful woman. I think that you get to build an empire. I think that you get to be respected and feared in a way that women never are. I understand that that's a very, very unique human experience, right? Most men never, ever get there. The reality of life for most men is absolutely depressing. I completely understand when you talk about mental health.
So have you suffered from mental health?
Fuck no.
No.
We can't afford to.
Because I understood that as a man, you must build yourself.
Facts.
As a female, you can be born.
But did you not we need to stop going into philosophies and just stuff because I'm actually I want to understand you.
Okay.
Right. So have you not experienced mental health? No.
Zero.
Okay. So
Zero.
how do you cope with stress and situations?
Keep fighting.
Express your emotions.
Keep fighting.
Good question. And if I'm stressed or I'm frustrated, then I understand it's my time to perform. And I think that society puts huge pressure on men, and it's time for men to perform. As a man, you either perform or you don't. There's no safety net like there is for females. Females can wake up and say, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, but there is for men.
No, there isn't.
There is not.
Men who say, I can't feel like it, cannot compete with the men who do not say that. And it's player versus player. The man who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how he feels, will always beat the man who goes to the gym when he feels like going to the gym. And it's player versus player. And let me tell you something. As much as you want to sit here and disagree with me, it's women who decide who the winner is. You will choose the man who's in fantastic shape. You'll choose the man with all his money right.
I like a dad bod, personally.
Okay, well, then maybe you're an exception because you're an angel. But in general, we're talking in generalizations because exceptions do not disprove the rule. Females will choose the man who...
You hear what she just said? She literally just said, I like a dad bod. You know why she said she likes a dad bod? Because that dude is generally less attractive. If she were to deal with a man who didn't have a dad bod and probably has six-pack abs and is jacked as hell, you feel what I'm saying, naturally, you feel what I'm saying, we're going with the natties, she wouldn't feel threatened because or she would feel threatened because she has to compete with that dude when it comes to women wanting him, and now she's gonna feel like she has to. Now she's gonna feel like she's in competition with other women just to survive for his attention. So she wants to do with the dad bod, who's not really attractive to other women. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Who's in fantastic shape. Females will choose the man who's got his money right. Females will choose the man who can fix any problem. Females will choose the man when they can go to him and say, everything's can you fix this? And he says yes without panicking. That's who women want. Women decide who the winner is. Women don't want the man when you come to him with your problems and he goes, oh, I'm too stressed today. Tell me tomorrow. No. Women don't want that.
But women also don't want a dickhead.
But having your life in order doesn't make you a dickhead.
You can have all those things,
Right.
but then there's that fine line where your ego gets a bit too much. For example, like you could be very successful. You can have good-looking women that are attracted to you. You can just have all those qualities, right. But then once you possess that, you then suddenly can go past that line, your ego, then you start to become an arsehole.
I agree with you, but I'm not talking about that. I think that's a separate conversation.
No, I'm just saying, no, I agree with everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I agree with everything you're saying, but what I'm trying to argue is the men get successful, they become even more narcissistic, and they just are not nice people to be around.
You're very, very smart.
I'm not going to say that what you're saying isn't true, but are women any better? Once y'all start making a certain amount of money, like a man that makes more money is willing to deal with a woman that has lower status, because we as men don't pay attention to status when it comes to women. But y'all as a woman become very, very narcissistic, very egotistic, very controlling. And then when a man that has the same amount of status as you or same amount of wealth as you doesn't want to deal with you, you wonder why. It's because of the behavior. It's the ego. That destroys relationships. I keep saying it. Any man that's in my situation, or you feel what I'm saying, any woke member that's part of my situation can understand where I'm coming from. We don't want to deal with women that have ego, women who are very, very prideful. It's very stressful. It's very stressful. So we as men especially, we want to be able to know that, especially if we have to go out into the forest and grind and kill deers, antlers, all of that, we can come back and we can have a woman that's going to be supportive and a woman that's not going to be a headache. You feel what I'm saying? The cooking and cleaning already is a must. I've always said that. You feel what I'm saying? Being feminine and submissive is a must. But don't be a headache. That's it. Let's continue.
Thank you.
You are. But you're doing what most females do. You're conflating issues. So when you conflate, what you do is you mix two issues together to try and prove your point.
No, I've just been asking you personal questions, correct. And every time you give me a philosophy
No,
around
it's not a
it.
philosophy.
No, but I'm saying in general, when I'm asking you, I'm trying to get to know you on a level. How does a woman like me get to know a gentleman like you?
Here at this beautiful, nice, civil dinner we're having here with no animosity at all. You asked me about men's mental health. My answer was explaining that as a man, you don't have the luxury. Oops, I don't feel like it. You can do
but
it.
You can, but I'm sorry, I know I keep cutting you, but I'm just like, because this is the part that gets really frustrating for me. Like men with this mindset that you have, like I get it. Okay, great, you are alpha, you've achieved
It's
all
not
these
about
things.
alpha.
No, but I'm saying like you possess all these. It's great, but you are the problem. You're creating this pressure on men and society. Like
no,
it's so
I'm not
competitive.
creating a pressure.
But men can actually, successful men can actually be like, oh, okay, I don't actually feel like it today. Like they actually
I
can
understand.
take a break and rest at that.
I understand. My point is that it's player versus player, and if you're a man who's going to constantly give in to mental health problems or mental health trouble, you're not going to be able to compete with the men who don't.
Okay, but can we validate men that have...
Completely. If you have mental health...
So we can't go player, just validate men that have mental health issues.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Men who have mental health issues, I wish them the best in the world.
Okay, great.
But when they come to me and say, and I get this all the time, Andrew, I have this problem, I'm depressed and I can't go to the gym. I say, no, I disagree. You're depressed because you don't go to the gym. If you go to the gym, you might start to feel better, right? I'm saying you can't sit as a man and afford the luxury of saying, I have a mental health issue today, I'm sad today, I'm stressed today, I'm emotional today, I can't work. Because you will lose against the men who don't do that. And the male world is more competitive than you could possibly imagine. And it's the women who pick the winners. So I find it very interesting that a woman sits here to me and says, no, men are allowed to sit around and do fuck all and feel sad. And those are the men they ignore when they DM.
No.
Those are the men they ignore them all.
No, actually, can I just chime in here? So, for example, everything you've said, you've possessed, you've proved your point, right? But as a high-value woman, if I respect and love my partner, I'm not putting that pressure. I would say, babe, you know what? You can have a little rest. Like, there are women that actually enable men to process that emotion.
Agreed.
But yeah, so we'll still go back to tomorrow. Okay,
Agreed.
Let's go back to work, work, work. But there are good women out there that don't put that pressure. I feel like your reality on women is warped because of a certain caliber of women. Yes, it is.
I agree. You're right. But you're missing a very vital point of that story. You're right. But as a high-value woman, before you say to that man, you can have a day off and you're allowed to be sad today, you will only even get with him. Let me change that. You will only even acknowledge he exists if he's ignored how he feels 99% of the time before that. Because if he was sad most of the time before that, he never would have got to a place where he could attract a woman like you. The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a f about the fact that most men are basically invisible. There is not a female on the planet who's invisible today. You can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking
Looks
talks
at
to
them.
They try and
Looks
talk to
at
a girl,
them.
they get blanked and ignored and told to Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to sit here and complain about the top 2% of men because I dealt with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even fucking exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to. So if you just sit here and say, I'll get a G, a big G, a boss, a millionaire, and let him have a day off, very nice of you. I'm sure you would. But if a guy who wanted to have days off all the time, he never would have got important enough in the first place to attract a woman like you. And that is the reality. As a man, it's player versus player. It's ultimately competitive. And as a man, you have to outcompete the other men who are prepared to get up and do it anyway. That's how it.
That's a fact.
There's no such thing as saying, I'm sad, I need 2 weeks off. Not as a man if you want to be important. Maybe as a chick, you can always put more foundation on and be hot again. Great. Not as a man. If you want to be important as a man, you have shit to do. You have duties. This is how it exists. This is how it's always been.
No time for homework? SA Service delivers urgent academic help.
I'm going to tell you guys what it is. We as men understand the stuff that Andrew's talking about. We see it. I've said it for so long, but women don't accept that because they live in a whole different reality, bro. It's just the truth. Let's continue.
From over 500 experts.
Why are you wearing glasses?
Sunglasses.
Yeah, we're inside.
We are inside. Very perspicacious of you. I have bad eyes.
You have bad eyes.
I have bad eyes because after so many fights in the ring, I had a retina detachment, and there's a lot of bright lights here, and it makes my eyes very uncomfortable. I don't want to squint on camera, so I'm wearing sunglasses. So if you want to continue to make fun of my medical condition,
Why would I make fun of it?
We just
It's a
tried.
question.
I know you just tried. No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
No, it was a genuine question.
Yeah. I just tried to make mock me. It's fine. Versus men's mental health, but if you got retina detachment, it's fine. No, ha ha ha.
Actually,
It's funny now.
Actually, I was asking you because eye contact is important to gauge conversation.
Is it?
I
Do you want to look in my eyes?
Like how we're enjoying it. Yeah.
Let me see. Give it a few minutes.
It's, etiquette, isn't it?
It is. You're right. It's polite. You're right. It's polite.
Perfect.
polite.
Can we do a cheers with the glasses off? Cheers.
To detach retinas. Cheers.
Are you happy?
I think that money buys freedom and freedom buys happiness. I think that the rich people of the world, the #1 most intelligent thing they did was convince poor people that money isn't happiness. And I think they did that to prevent revolts. I'm not saying money is the only thing that can make someone happy. I'm not saying money alone will make you happy. But money is certainly a factor to happiness.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you agree, right? It's like water, right? Water won't make you happy, but if you have no water after a week, you need water. It's all you think about, right? It's the same deal. You can't go without it. So the rich people always say, money doesn't buy happiness, but do they ever give their money away?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you give your money away?
I have a charity, which I own, which takes care of street dogs in Romania. So I rescue dogs.
That's really lovely.
Thank you. See, we're getting along now.
Yeah, that's really
Everything's getting
nice. See, look, it's much better.
That's
like,
right.
do charity work, glasses are off.
We're getting
I'm
there.
actually connecting with a real human.
I'm a real human.
You look really nice. Yeah, and you smell nice.
Thank you. I'm, dressed up for you, of course.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see someone make the effort, you know?
Where I'm from, in Eastern Europe, I always wear a suit because we can carry weapons over there. Here in London, it's a little bit different. We have to take security with us. But where I'm from, you have the jacket because you have the strap. It's okay.
So do you walk around with a weapon? No.
Wait.
Yes.
Enemies are watching. Listen, I'm ready. Let's leave it at that. But I'm very security conscious now. And I think that there's a difference between fighting and violence. And even though I'm a professional fighter, if you want to be a professional of violence, you need a weapon at some.
I agree.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Just imagine in these scenarios we are together. Okay. What would you do if I wanted to start an OnlyFans?
I don't think there's anything intrinsically wrong with women doing OnlyFans. As long as I had influence and control over it.
What do you mean? Doing a video photographer to get the angles, yeah?
No. I'm not doing any real work, but just like taking all the money. If my chick said, I want to do OnlyFans, I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you made? 10 grand. All right, give me 8. All right, cool. All right.
What woman is going to give you 8 grand?
Because you're my woman, you're doing OnlyFans, you're selling my product. What the fuck?
Your product?
Yes,
The
correct.
woman is not- she's not
Next
your
question.
No. Product. Like, do you own me? No, sorry. Like, your ego is a bit big. You don't own me. I'm not.
Well, technically, based off of Eastern traditions and the way, okay, I'm gonna break it down, right? So, I'm Igbo, right? I'm African. I'm Nigerian. One of our traditions in Igbo culture is when you get married to a woman, you have to pay her bride price. So, what is that bride price? That price is basically the amount of money or items that you have to bring to be able to marry her. And in the scenario in which she gave, she tried to make it seem like they were together. So basically, the way that we as Igbo people think, or not even only Igbo people, I would say like Africans, Europeans, Asians. Well, I can't even speak. Let me not speak for them because they might have different traditions and customs, but I'm assuming that it's very close based off of the way Tate is speaking. When we marry you, we own you, right? That's just the mentality. That's just a tradition because we had to pay to be able to get you to become ours. So it's a mentality where it's like, if we pay to marry you, you become our. And I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm just telling you the mentality. I'm telling you the tradition. You feel what I'm saying? But let's continue. I'm wilding.
Not a product. I'm not an object. Okay, Mr. Tate?
I'm just answering it.
I don't know if you're being serious.
I'm totally serious. How would I let my chick do OnlyFans and keep all the money? That's disrespectful.
What woman is ever going to give you that?
Then she better not do OnlyFans. Duh.
Oh my God.
That upset her, didn't it? It upset her to say that you're mine, and if you're mine and men want to pay for it, then the money is mine. But that's the basic dynamic of a relationship.
He's not wrong.
Mine. So if you want to sell what is mine, that's fine, but I need to get paid.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
That's fine.
Yeah,
3 hours a day. No problem. I haven't had a home-cooked meal in years anyway.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't have a problem with what my brother Tate is saying, but if you cannot cook, this is woke Ebuks saying this. If I'm with you and you're like, I'll give you 2 instances. You either need to know how to cook or you need to be learning. If you don't know how to cook, I will not take you seriously. I'm just gonna be honest. Woke family, the men especially. If you're dealing with a chick and she does not know how to cook or she's not making active effort to know how to cook, do not take her seriously. She's not trying to level up for you. Therefore, deal with women that are going to do that for you. Straight up. Let's get it.
No way.
I eat every day, 3 times a day.
Oh my God.
Always traveling, always moving. Even when I'm home, it's same restaurants. So.
Do you ever want to just settle down? I feel like your life just seems like it's just really fast-paced. Do you not want just a nice woman?
If she cooked for me, that'd be beautiful, but it's not a deal breaker.
Okay, I like that. What if I earned more money than you?
Impossible.
Yeah.
Never know.
No, impossible.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. We're not doing that.
Impossible. Numbers don't go that high. Next question.
If you record podcasts and videos remotely with Riverside, your content will look and sound so good no one will know.
It's impossible for her to earn more money than me simply because of her ethos towards life. Her ethos towards life is about moments and memories. My ethos towards life is about conquest.
Accomplishments.
Very
Yeah,
I completely
accomplishments,
understand
100%.
that she enjoys things which are not congruent with trying to conquer Earth.
That's fair.
She wants time off. She wants holidays.
Yeah.
She wants.
We want to gain land. We want to gain stuff.
I want to make money. It's impossible she could ever earn more than me because we have completely different life philosophies.
What would you do if I didn't like your lifestyle?
What aspect of my lifestyle?
Maybe it was too flashy for me, flying around too much. Maybe I just want you to just slow down. It's a bit too fast-paced.
I understand. And I would respect the point of view.
So what are you doing?
I don't think I'd listen. My lifestyle got me to where I am, and I'm a sovereign individual who lives in the way he believes true. I would listen.
This is the reason why I respect Andrew, and I side with him 100%. I wouldn't change either. You're going to have a lot of people, whether it's women or men, that are going to try to get you to change your lifestyle, bro. Do not change your lifestyle for anybody, bro. Do not, because they're not going to respect you if you do it. Stay true to who you are and what you're about. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen, and I would understand it, and I would do my best.
Guys, we're going to probably watch about another 5 more minutes after this. We'll probably give it like 30 more seconds, then we'll watch another 5 minutes. Then we're going to wrap it up, man.
best to accommodate, but I don't think I would change. If you were to say, look, you can't do this anymore, I'd say, oh, I'm going to do it anyway, sorry. I'll try and make you feel better about it, but it's going to happen.
What if your family didn't like me?
That's no big deal.
Not a big deal?
Nah. The only person I'm super close with is my brother.
Okay.
And my brother wouldn't dislike you unless he had a reason, like a genuine reason. And if he disliked you, I'd dislike you, so then the game over anyway. Not because he disliked you, but because we have the same standards of life. There's no way he could dislike you without me disliking you.
So there's literally like two of you that have these mad views.
My views are not mad. What have I said so far? What have I said so far? Women shouldn't be hoes. Man should have some authority because he should take care of his chick. Chick shouldn't fucking talk to a bunch of dudes. It's important for me.
No, it's not. Because
And that's it. That's all I've said. And you're saying I got crazy views.
But don't it say like the loudest person is the weakest?
Oh, my weak now.
No, but I'm just saying, don't say that.
She's trying to touch
I want to know.
Come on, I want to see it. Come on.
No, I'm a nice feminine lady who doesn't like to do these activities, okay? What do you think if I wanted to invite other people into our sex life?
Obviously, I'm not asking boys or girls. But even then, those girls would be weird. I think it'd be a bit strange. If I had a girlfriend and she said, I really want you to fuck this chick, I'd be like, this is not the normal feminine mindset. Must not like me. It just seems odd to me. Something would be odd.
I'm really surprised by that answer. I don't know why I feel like you'd be the type of person that would want loads of freedom for yourself and feel like, yes, this lifestyle I'm a man.
Sex in and of itself is boring. Any man who sits and says that sex is great or sex is fun, just clearly hasn't had sex. Sex is boring. Sex is a chore. Sex is like food. You don't really care unless you're really hungry, and then you eat and you don't care again. And it's one of those things you do every once in a while because it's an urge, but it's not a real big deal. Like, every person needs food and every person likes food.
Have you ever been in love?
Completely. But
having sex and making love different.
if you're in love, you might want sex more often. You might be more often. My point is that if you're someone who goes through life and only talks about and cares about food, it's a bit weird. Same thing with sex. Sex is something that happens. It happens between people who love each other, and it's a great thing. But it's not the be-all and end-all of life. It's really not that great.
I agree.
I don't think sex is the most stimulating, interesting thing in the world. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter who you love or not. I don't think it's the greatest, best thing in the world. Any dude who's like, wow, two pairs of tits. Just hasn't fucked for it. Who gives a shit?
Do you think you've overachieved so much already, this is why you're kind of like...
Jaded? No. I just think that men who are super interested in sex or sexual fantasies or these things are men who are semi-deprived. You have an abundance of food. If you have a fridge full of food all the time, you don't eat all the time. Sometimes you just don't want it. It's always there, right? But if you're starving, as soon as food appears, you're all over. It's the same thing. And the dude's like, wow, freezing, okay, I need it. It's the guy who's deprived. The guy who has as much as he wants all the time ain't going to be really that interesting.
So you're comparing women to food.
Correct.
What would you do if I was going on girls' holidays every other month?
Nope.
I'd have to shut that down. That's disrespectful.
It is.
Do you go on a holiday? We're not actually going to go there with this bullshit. This man has so many double standards, like it actually doesn't make sense. I think he honestly believes like his own rubbish.
It's not double standards.
It is.
There's different standards.
But I'm saying, if you're out every month doing this, doing that, I'm going to do the same thing.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm going to wait at home for you and just wait there.
This is the thing. You as a high value man, you don't owe your woman monogamy, but she owes you monogamy. Why? Because you're talking about raising children. You're talking about having children. So if you guys are together and somebody said that this double standard is wrong, that's fine. But there's a reason why they say sperm is cheap and eggs are expensive. If you and I are together and you're being polygamous with multiple people, you're proving to me that you're not meant to be with me. Now, me as a man, or I as a man, I can decide if I want to be monogamous to you or not. I don't owe you monogamy because I'm the one that has to take care of you, fund your lifestyle. So I can choose to do what I want to do. Now, you want to say, yeah, my butt, cool. But at the end of the day, I also have to make a decision in which it's also going to benefit me. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue. Yeah, we're going to skip to the last 5 minutes, man. I've shown love. Let's go to 103.
Matrix.
No, the Matrix.
Explain it.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
How do I know you'll be good enough for my son?
Well,
You
I
see,
think
he enjoys the finer things in
life.
life.
Like
Like it's all.
So we're living inside a simulation, right? We're all slaves on some level. And I have an organization which helps people achieve independence from the systems which are designed to constrain us.
So I can
join it.
No,
Women love control.
Women love
Women love
control
control
and
and
women
women
love
love
systemization.
systemization.
I love
I
control.
love control.
What aspects of my life do I enjoy having control?
Well, the way I've been analysing this date.
Okay,
Okay,
analyze
analyze
it.
it.
I'm interested.
Just saying it's a very power dynamic can help it.
I like
having sovereignty.
I like
I like
having
having
control of my
control
own
of
life.
my
I
own
don't
life.
like
I don't
having
like
control
control
over
over
me.
me.
And that's
And
what
that's
makes
what
it
makes it
starts.
start.
Whereas
Whereas
females, I don't think have that same mindset towards the world. I don't think women wake up and realize that they live inside of a large penal colony and they need to find a way to escape. I don't think they do.
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah.
What enslaves humanity?
There's a lot of people that are very conscious to life and situations and stuff. So I feel like it's very small-minded for you to just think that women can't join your matrix.
Well, it's not small-minded because it's mine.
Like how she keeps trying to shame the man, calling him small-minded, and she says that this guy's mental or something like that. But let's be real. If Chian really didn't like Andrew Tate, she wouldn't have sat down for an hour to talk to him. Let's be real. But she's gonna try to find a way to shame him because of her ego. She has to let that go. Like, you're dealing with a high value man. Understand that dealing with a high value man is very rare. You're a beautiful woman. You're not rare. There's a lot of you. So you're gonna have to humble yourself, shorty. It is what it is.
So firstly, I'm allowed
to do whatever I want.
And secondly, I think that my organization runs best without female participants. And it's not saying that the female in and of herself would be a bad person or an unworthy participant. I just think the organization is better if it's purely men. For the same reason you don't have women on the front line. Like when it's all men, you focus on the task. When there's a chick around, there's some showing off, there's some trying to impress the chick. It just dilutes the efficiency.
But I feel like you would attract the type of women.
Maybe to a degree, but I also think that like everything in life, there's balance. I would completely understand a woman who said, I won't date broke men. But a woman who would sit here and say, I want X money. So it's a balance, right? I understand why a woman would want to date a man with no money, but I also would never allow people to treat me like a sugar daddy.
What is your type, physically?
There's all types of people.
Okay, your type.
Beautiful. Blonde is beautiful. Brunette is beautiful. There's hot brunettes. There's hot blondes. I don't have time to say that I only like one particular type of woman. I don't think any man thinks that way anyway. Maybe we have a preference, but I don't believe that particular type.
Do you believe you're in bullshit?
I don't think anything I've said to you so far. Maybe the truth. That's about it. The rest of it's completely true.
Some of your views are very extreme, a bit misogynistic, and
a little bit of an ego.
So if you had a boyfriend, do you have male friends?
I would.
No.
But it's just you've just got to know how to have boundaries with friends. I'm not going to be calling that friend past 8 o'clock.
If your man said, I'm uncomfortable.
You said it's about having boundaries with your friends. When you're drunk and you're over at your friend's house, you know anything could happen. Come on, man, let's stop this. No male friends.
You having male friends, you love me, we're together forever, we're about to have a child, we're about to be married, whatever. Stop talking to the ball.
I believe in compromise, but not that, because now it's a control issue. End of the day,
as long as I make you feel like you're my man, you're my king, and everything else like that, that's not on.
If that's a high value man telling you to stop and you don't stop, you're not wife material. I'm sorry. She's not giving me wife material vibes. I'm just gonna be honest.
If you're insecure that I have male friends, that's you. It's a you problem.
I don't think it's insecurity.
It's not insecure then.
It's a standard.
Not insecurity.
Andrew, how do you think you've done on the day?
I think that I've pissed you off at least 4 times. At least. And I think that I could have said everything in a far nicer way. In terms of purely attracting you, I don't think I've done that well. But it's been an interesting conversation. And I think that us both having an interesting conversation. And you've made me think a few times. I hope I said things you think a few times. And I think that's more important than just purely attraction. So I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah, me too. That was
hard work.
We actually agree on everything. I was trying my best to say things in a way that she couldn't allow herself to agree with them. But we actually agree on everything. I think she's smart enough to want a man who's in charge of his life, and by extension, be in charge of the relationship, and by extension, be in charge of her. Say it in that way.
I don't know. Mine's a bit Like he was just draining, exhausting. Like men like that that actually think like that and actually believe what they're saying. Like it's mentally exhausting.
There was a point when I wanted to say sniper out now on all digital platforms. I didn't say that yet. I wanted to bring that one out and I didn't. But besides that, it's the only answer I missed.
No. I would not see Andrew again.
I
look
look
like
like
I
I
want
want
to
to
see
see
him
him
again.
again.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
Actually,
I
I
will.
will.
Do you know what I will
see
see
him
him again?
again?
To prove
My
my point
that
that
men
men
need
need
women
women
as friends.
as
How about that?
How about that?
I said
some
things she agrees with and some things that...
Look at my point. She's just proving my point. Women are very contradictory, bro. She was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna see him again. Now I'm gonna see him again." Because she's attracted to him, bro. She likes that. She likes that. She's gonna try to control Andrew, but you already know Andrew can't be tamed. Just like me. You know what I'm saying? Just like us, woke family, no cap.
That deep down she knows are true, but I send them in a way which would deliberately abrasive and offended her, so I think she's maybe a 6.5%.
Right, so this guy, he's
egotistical.
egotistical. He
He
has
has
a
a
delusional
delusional
mindset
mindset
on
on
women,
women,
and
and
he
he
thinks
thinks
he's
he's a bit too nice.
However,
However,
I feel like
he
he
did
did
have
have
a
a
good
good
conversation.
conversation. He's a man that knows what he wants.
Obviously
Gets
gets
what he wants. So you can't
So you
knock
can't knock
it.
it.
And he
And
looks
he
nice.
looks nice.
So
So
I'm gonna give
I'm
him
going to give him
6.
6.
All right. 1 second, guys. It's kind of funny how Andrew Tate actually got it on point of the rating she was gonna give him. But yeah, this is gonna be in this live stream. If you like this live stream issue, go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Woke Ebuks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below with some social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. Without further ado, this can be in this video. This is Woke Ebuks, and I'm out, man.